Hello, everybody, all you dieters out there. My name is Jenny, and I'm all over the place on this channel. I'm talking about HCG, I'm talking about one meal a day, I'm talking about what else? Calorie restriction, I'm talking about the Lose It app, I'm talking about the MyFitnessPal app, I'm talking about the new map, I'm talking about going to Cedar Point for the day. A little bit of everything. All right, I'm cleaning up after my last class. I have a half hour free here where I don't have a student booked. So I'm going to throw in a video, which I haven't done in a long time, is kind of going back to our HCG roots and finishing up, not finishing up, but doing some more of the protocol there. Now, as I'm talking to you, I'm going to try to minimize my classroom. And oh, I don't want to forget that I have class, so just in case. Hey Siri, set alarm for 7:55 a.m. Okay, so we were talking about exhaustion of the fat bank the last time that I was here, and it had many different parts to it. So go back and look at the previous videos. I actually have 3 videos on exhaustion of the fat bank because I kind of broke it up group by group by group, and there is one more section left. So sorry for like taking 3 weeks in between, but a lot happened in my life, and I had to go to the doctors, and I had to get off HCG, and I just life was crazy. So um, I'm back. And you know what? I'll probably be on HCG again maybe after this weekend. This coming weekend, I'm taking my daughter back to college. She's an actual RD this year, which means she's in charge of the RAs in her dorm, and she has an apartment. So it's very different. So I don't know how much time I'm going to need there. So I have a couple days there, and of course, we'll be going and eating all our meals out until she gets settled for 2 days. So it doesn't seem like a good day to do, or a good time to do HCG. I do have a retreat coming up, another scrapbooking retreat, if this one doesn't get canceled like it did in May. Knock on wood, if everything stays as it is, the retreat will still happen. And that is the second weekend of August. So I was thinking about waiting till after that, and then I thought, no, no, Jenny, don't do that. Because what's going to happen, I'm going to stay the same weight or gain between now and then. That's what's going to happen. So, my goal is leading up to this weekend. Well, today's already Wednesday. Um, so, really, it's Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday I leave to go. So, right after my classes in the morning. So, today and tomorrow I'm going to try to be better. And then I will start the HCG drops on Friday. Maybe I'll even start them on Thursday. I might even start them on Thursday because Saturday I'm really just driving back home. I don't know. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. So I might start the drops on Thursday. But I figured a couple weeks of doing it is better than not doing it at all because it will help me actually lose weight as opposed to stay the same or possibly gain or do what I normally do, which is lose a pound, gain 2 pounds, lose 2 pounds, gain a pound, like this constant basically staying the same with these crazy fluctuations, all within about a 3 pound range from day to day craziness. Okay, so that's my plan. If any of you are on the HCG diet, I will be joining along with you starting this weekend. It seems like everything is all ironed out and worked out in terms of blood work and everything. Isn't that funny? That what it turned out being was I passed a kidney stone, but we didn't know what because I've passed a kidney stone before and my symptoms and everything that happened was completely different this time around. I can talk about that another time if you're interested in figuring out what are the signs and symptoms of having a kidney stone. At any rate, we believe, since all of a sudden it's done and my issues are gone, that's what happened. We'll see. I still have to have a follow-up ultrasound, but I don't think being on HCG is going to make a difference. So I'm going to get back on it. So here we go. The very last paragraph, which I apologize, I haven't reviewed before this because I just realized nobody booked a class in this time slot. Something's going on in China this week because all I keep hearing about are teachers complaining that all these kids are canceling all their classes. And I think I have 2 out of like 50 classes canceled. So I haven't had a whole bunch of cancellations, but I just realized this morning, oh, I have one. Let me do a video. Okay. So, paragraph number 4 under exhaustion of the fat bank. And remember, exhaustion of the fat bank is one of the subcategories of the causes of obesity. So we had three causes of obesity, just to review because it's been weeks. They are the inherited factor, basically the hypothalamus, which was the diencephalic disorders or any problems with your hypothalamus, and exhaustion of the fat bank. And exhaustion of the fat bank just had a lot, so we broke it down and we're doing a separate video on each paragraph of that. Okay, so we had the first, second, third. Here's the fourth. Let me read to you exactly what it says in the protocol. Here we go. In a person eating coarse and unrefined food, the digestion is slow and only a little nourishment at a time is assimilated from the intestinal tract. When such a person is suddenly able to obtain highly refined foods such as sugar, white flour, butter, and oil, these are so rapidly digested and assimilated that the rush of incoming fuel, which occurs at every meal, may eventually overpower the diencephalic regulatory mechanisms and thus lead to obesity. This is commonly seen in the poor man who suddenly becomes rich enough to buy the more expensive refined foods, though his total caloric intake remains the same or is even less than before. Okay, so interesting, isn't that? That we can be gaining weight even though we're eating the same amount of calories simply because our body is not able to take in the proper nutrients and process the type of foods that we're eating, especially after going for a certain period of time of not having these foods. So, specifically, they pointed out sugar, flour, butter, and oils. What else is left, right? I guess whole foods. Um, Eating clean is what they're saying we should all be doing, right? Of course, yeah. We all know what to do, we just don't do it, right? Isn't that the truth? I heard this once, years and years and years ago. I used to watch the Rosie O'Donnell show. I mean, we're talking late 90s, around there. And she told this story. She had always talked about, kind of wanting to lose weight. And so she decided to get serious about it and she went to a dietitian and was meeting with the dietitian there and was trying to figure out, like, what could she do, or is her body reacting a certain way to certain foods, and what is the plan, etc., etc. And the dietitian, one of the suggestions that she gave, because Rosie was saying how between meals she just loves to snack on all these foods. She loves to have cheese and crackers, and she loves to have ho hos, like her favorite. Remember ho hos? Were they ho hos or ding dongs? I think I pictured a ho ho, but I think she called them ding dongs. They may have been the round ones. Anyway, um, like her favorite thing to eat. So she was talking about all these bad foods that she will eat between her meals. So she will have a fairly healthy meal, portion size too large, and then eat all this terrible food in between, chips and snacks and whatnot, and lots of candy she liked. Okay, so the dietitian told her, okay, well, from now on, between the meals, what you should do is put carrots in baggies in the refrigerator and then take out a baggie of carrots and eat the carrots in between. And Rosie was just like irate, angry. She's like, really? I spent all this money to go to this expensive dietitian for her to tell me that I should be eating carrots instead of eating carrots. I know I should be eating carrots. Oh, I can so relate. I just remember her saying that and just being like, I'm not an idiot. Like I wasn't born yesterday. It was like, oh, really? Carrots are better for me? Didn't know. It's a whole different thing. She shouldn't have been at a dietitian. She should have been at like a nutritional psychologist or something like that, which is somebody who I need to. I'm trying to find a girlfriend who will go on a weight loss journey with me. I did some serious looking into dietary coaches, and they're so freaking expensive. They really are. So, like, why? How about we just find a girlfriend that the two of us are kind of on the same journey at the same time? Like, who truly keep each other accountable, though? Like, I did it with one other friend once, and for like a couple days, we texted each other, and I don't even know who dropped it off first, but neither one of us kept it going. Like pulled the other one back in, but then like it was over. Like, I need to find a friend who's really really serious about this, who like literally every day we will write and be accountable, good, bad, or ugly, exactly what we ate and exactly what exercise we did and exactly where our weight is for that day. Um, that's what HCG does for me. It keeps me accountable because I know that the weight just kind of skyrockets on HCG if you cheat. So it keeps me from cheating. But you can't live your whole life on HCG. It's a great way to lose weight when you need to lose a bunch of weight at a short period of time. That works out good too. And then you're supposed to go into phase three, which is gradually introducing foods back in, and then eventually phase four, which is like your lifestyle of how you've changed your eating. 100% honesty. If I lived on my own, I would find this much easier to do because I could create my environment to be such to be successful. I remember when I lived on my own after college, and I literally only had in my house, like I would have a piece of toast with a 100% fruit spread on top of it, no butter, just like and I would have that in the morning. Not the most ideal breakfast. I mean, I should have had an egg, but like in my brain, I was doing like no fat, no fat, no fat. So I would have like a piece of toast, two pieces of toast, I think, with fruit spread on them in the morning. For lunch, I would have, okay, this isn't good either, but for lunch, I would just take a package of the peanut butter cheese crackers. It was just like something that I really enjoyed. Okay, so that would probably was high in fat content, but I probably was also looking at calories at the time. And then every night for dinner, I would cut up vegetables and I would saute. I didn't think I used. Maybe I used wine. I don't think I used oil, but maybe I did. Maybe I found like a light oil or something like that. Um, in a wok, I would cut up some potatoes and then I would have frozen mixed vegetables. So they weren't all fresh, just the potatoes. And I would cook them all. I'd cook up the potatoes first and then add the other vegetables. And I would eat the potatoes and vegetables for dinner. I didn't have much protein. Like, it wasn't ideal. I'm not recommending that this is what you should eat, but that is what I had every day. It was my routine. They were the three things I loved eating, and there were no other temptations around that made me want to eat anything else because I lived on my own and that's what I had in the house. I had vegetables, I had bread, and I had the fruit spread. I remember even trying like the no fat cheese and butters because we're talking now back in when I lived on my own, we're talking the early 90s. And so this was the huge craze of, we'll just get rid of fat and then you'll lose weight. Anyway, I was 23. That's why I was able to keep the weight off. Yeah, yeah, 30 years ago. Well, not quite 30 years ago. Thank God. But anyway, um, your bodies change as you get older, and if I ate that same food every day, I would continue to gain weight. Well, maybe. I don't know. I have to think about that. If I really was strict about having two pieces of bread, no snacks at all, the package of crackers, I'd have to look and see how many calories are in them, and then the vegetables for dinner. I just don't think it'd be that healthy. I feel like you need more protein. Obviously, there was peanut butter in the crackers, but a lot of sugar in there too, and tons of carbs. Anyway, I'm rambling now. So that was the very last portion of our. We are going to move on to the three basic causes of obesity. What causes obesity? So, well, no, we did the three basic causes: inherited, diasomatic, exhaustion of the fat bank. Hmm. There's another. The next category says three basic causes of obesity, and there's three different topics. But the topic of this was three basic causes of obesity. Interesting. I should probably go back to the original protocol since I got this other one here that is definitely better, but I don't understand why it's saying that twice. Something seems wrong about it. All right. Anyway, psychological aspects, compulsive eating, and reluctance to lose weight. Well, there's another one under there. Not by weight alone, it says. And then signs and symptoms. Okay. The I might have to find another protocol that is broken up a little bit better. I think that this is all the same information as the other one that I had, the original one I had, but the translation from the original one I think was literally like it went through Google Translate, so a lot of things got really messed up. And then there were, well, maybe not, because there were some typos too. Um, but this one, the categories are not lining up very well. So I want to make sure I give you the most accurate information. I'll look for another protocol to see if maybe I can get it to somebody else had it translated properly and in the proper categories as well. I don't want to be too redundant. All right, so I don't know what the next topic's going to be, I guess is what I'm saying. But I'll let you know that in just a couple days I'm going to start loading again, and I will be on this for, well, let's take a look and see. How long will I be on it? If I load, then I will be on it. Oh, that's only 2 weeks. Really, it's really best to be on it for 3 weeks, but it's better to be on it for 2 weeks than to not be on it for those 2 weeks. And then go to my retreat. And then after my retreat, if I load that following weekend again, then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's perfect. And then if I load that following weekend after I get back from my retreat, I'll have 5 weeks before I have my girls' weekend away. Let me tell you, I will be totally motivated during that time because that includes putting a bathing suit on in front of like this exercise guru workout gal. and and that's something that'll motivate me because she always wants me to buy all the pills and drinks and everything else of which and she's been through a couple different programs, and I have joined in and bought a whole bunch of the stuff, but I haven't bought the most recent whatever program she's in right now. So her skinny little body next to my fat one is going to make her justify the fact that I should be doing the program, when really it's not about any program. Anyone I've been on in the past hasn't worked. Really only HCG. That being said, I did lose 17 pounds on Weight Watchers once. I really did, and it was because I went to the in-person meetings. It was that accountability going, and I was paying for it every week. And when you pay for it, for me, when you're investing that kind of money, then I'm really good about following through because I don't want it to be a waste of money. So that motivates me as well. So find what motivates you in life and use that as your springboard. One for me, it's going to be seeing my skinny mini friend and swimming with her for a week at a resort that we're going away to. Two, money's a motivating factor. If I've invested some money in something, I tend to follow through, which is why I think that a personal trainer would really work out well for me, or like a health coach. But they're just too expensive. I don't want to spend hundreds of dollars a month. I really don't. And I get that, their time is valuable too, which is why can I just find somebody who wants to do it, who has like that ability to say, yeah, this was good, now this is good, now try this. Like if I just had somebody I touch base with, not even 5 minutes a day, does it need to be hundreds of dollars? I don't understand that. Especially because you know that these people have tons of people that they do it with. So 5 minutes a day, that's a ton of people you can get in each day and make a lot of money. Anyway, rambling. I'm going to get off of here so that you guys don't get totally bored of this. New topic next time. I'll double check and see what it is so that I don't repeat myself. And we'll get on this HCG journey train together again starting this weekend. Take care. See you soon. Bye.